Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I appreciate all of them. If you are new to my channel and you like my vibe, it would be great if you pressed on that notification bell down below, the like, but I only do it once you've heard my content, and if you like it, then subscribe. I will never force you to do that beforehand. And I don't know why I needed to say that. I don't usually say that at the start of my readings. It's because I do see other readers and other content creators asking for a subscribe and a follow before you've even got to kind of mesh with their energy and go, I like this person or not. And there must be a reason why that's coming up now. Cornucopia keeps throwing itself out. So there's some sort of blessing definitely coming in. Let me put my water over here. I can moon you up. I always forget to do this part. It's just get myself something to lean my cards on. One more. Okay, so there may be a blessing that's coming in that you're not prepared for. Something here, look, financial constraints is upside down. This is very much, we've got Virgo coming out as well. So this could be to do with your workload, your work ethic, your health. Methods for the healing power of, the analysing of, resulting from the perfectionism of. Should I put these two out? Which one? This one? Okay. Healing constraint, we've got financial constraints in reverse. I feel like there's, I don't know if this is a gift or an opportunity. I had clean your space and give us thanks. Have you been giving offerings to your guides, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors? If you haven't been doing this, this is almost like a calling that they want you to, because there seems to be something that is not blocking your blessing in any way, shape or form, but it's not being, it's like they can't see it or they can't visualize it for you, or what you're manifesting. Look, restorative rejuvenation. I don't know, have you been paying attention to your dreams? And it doesn't matter if they're vivid or if you are only remembering a sense of something, or you're waking up with a feeling. You are being called by your guides here. Something to do with your blessings and how they come into you and how they're visualized. I had together like a team. Together like a team. What else do we need to know about this? Please and thank you. Listen, you've got surrender here. Because someone's really pushing against something. Look, you've got allowance upside down. And we also have a new romantic cycle begins is upside down. And realization and perception. It seems like there has been a change in the way that someone here views life, or views certain people in their life, or views certain things in life. And because of this, it has shifted or changed the timeline that you're on, the vibration you're in, for example. The only example I can give for myself is I became vegan about 2 months ago, and I'm not piping and going, I'm vegan. I did it for health reasons. And since I have done that for health reasons, my view on certain insects, I used to be really scared of insects. I used to be really scared of ladybirds because I thought that they would bite me, because some of them do. And I would never, if a moth or a butterfly got inside, I would be the first one to try and usher it out without touching it. And since making that change in perception when it comes to what it is I'm putting into my body and how it's affecting my health, I was on the bus a couple of days ago, and a butterfly had carried itself in, it had landed on my bag, and I didn't realise. And it got into the bus, and I spent my whole bus ride just trying to catch this thing with my hands, without even thinking about the fact that before I wouldn't have done that. And it was crawling all over me, jumping on me, and I couldn't get it out. It wanted to stay where it was. It's that type of energy. It's something ever so slight, but ever so profound. Okay? Because this allowance in reverse with surrender, a new romantic cycle begins, and realization. Someone has realized that the ties have been absolutely severed, or they're realizing that there is no space for them to come back. I don't know if the gift that's coming in is coming from them, or if this is something completely new, and we're going to tap into that. But a new romantic cycle begins in reverse with new moon in Libra. This is the ending of a partnership, or this is like the severing of a partnership. The severing of cords, I don't know why I'm getting it's more energetic, because I don't know if you are with this person at the moment. I don't feel like there's two people together. This allowance I'm going to read out, and it says, The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion, and it's upside down. There may have been too much of difference between belief systems. I don't know if someone here was dating an atheist or dating someone who was really, really religious and you weren't, or you're very, very religious and they aren't. This being in reverse though as well, and the reason I brought that up is because number 9, the 9th house, is about Sagittarius, but it also looks at philosophies and, like, you know, religion and things like that. The surrender here as well, someone's really resisting the fact that you've let go, and I don't know why that's coming out because we started off with blessings. I think this all ties in. I heard your guides are really proud of you, or your spirit guides are really, really proud of how far you've gone. And I had cutting a bee off. I wish a bee would. And that's the energy difference, is that maybe a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it would have been investing into dramatic, chaotic, karmic relationships that weren't for your highest and greatest good. And someone here has walked away from it. They've done the work. But there's something that you're not seeing. You don't give to receive. I think that's to do with, if you're going to give an offering to your guides, don't do it because you think that you're going to get something from it. And I don't know who needs to hear that. That won't be for everyone. If you've already been giving to your guides, this is like there's applause of some sort. Like, they're happy that you're doing this, and to keep not to forget them. I'm hearing not to forget them. Rest and rejuvenation. Now this one came out first. I want to pop you up there. I don't know if you are changing this person's view. Maybe you're changing their perception as well. Because the realizations come out. Yeah, this person has realized that they have been... It's like they've not been taken no for an answer. It's when we see all of these movies, you know, that, you know, they give us the perception when it comes to rom-coms and things like that the guy has to pursue, even when the girl says, I'm not interested, or the other way round, and it's ignoring boundaries. And they make it into this, like, funny love thing where that's acceptable and that's what you're supposed to do. And I do think that whoever this person is from the past that now realizes that your energy is so far away from them, they can't tap into it. You're not reaching out to them. I don't know if they've tried doing certain things to get to you, or to get you to connect with them, or to get into your dream space, or to try and call you, whatever that may be. It's not working, and you're getting further and further away, because as you have been having this shift in perception, and I feel like someone might be going through like a spiritual awakening of some sort, like upgrades are happening. I don't know if you've been feeling really tired lately, because that can be again, not a doctor, if anything comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health, or physical health, and it really, really resonates for you, please ensure that you're speaking to someone who is professional in that area. I'm not, I don't claim to be. But if you have been feeling really tired and you have been to the doctors and you've looked at all of that, there's something about ascension symptoms. This person is definitely having, their eyes are being opened to things that they wouldn't have even thought of before. It's like someone who looked at you before as being woo-woo, in other words. And I see people writing that in like social media, and I just think, okay, you're so asleep, you don't realize how asleep you are. This person may have been very, very asleep, and they're having the realization that you are who you said you were. You've always been who you said you were. I don't know if you could read tarot, you could be a medium, you could see ghosts, you could, I don't know, you could be very, very strong with your clairaudience. There's a gift that you've had, that you've always had, that has got stronger and stronger over time, the more that you've believed in yourself, because the more you practice. This person here at some point would have been the resistance. They would have been that resistance to stop you from lighting up, because it wasn't conforming with the idea of what they saw as gender norms, or what they saw as relationships, or what their friends would say. And for someone, I heard what their brother would say. So there was a lot of resistance here, a lot of resistance coming from this person. And they also kind of conformed to that rom-com love of, well, they've left, but all I've got to do is I've got to chase after them. I've got to keep going until they cave in, which is weird. And it's weird. It's like misogynistic weirdness. And I don't think this person even realizes that they were doing this, but they've had this realization. they've had this realization, because they weren't letting go of this. They were not letting go of this. And you have the realization here says, the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. I want to reread that because I don't feel like I've processed it properly. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. This person's definitely going through a spiritual awakening as well. I don't know if you were the inspiration for this, but the energy I'm getting here is this person going from, I want to get what I want to get, and if they say no, I just have to try harder. The more that I change myself, the more likely it is that they're going to want me back, and I just need to keep doing what I see in rom-coms. Why am I getting like Love Actually or something like that? I just have to go and find them and knock at their door and, you know, pull out these cards, what it says, with carol music playing in the background. This person's woken up to the idea that actually they need to be pouring into themselves. They see where they went wrong before. There's a reason why you have these blessings coming in, but they're being blocked by something here. I don't feel like it's this person from the past, because I do feel like those ties are gone. They're not there anymore. Excuse me. This person may have been trying to get through to you by music. So they may have been trying to push they may have been listening to the same song over and over and over while thinking of you, and they were trying to push that towards you. And if you were receiving that, they have received back the message of indifference. It's not so much of negativity or any kind of heightened emotion, just so what? And they're realizing that it's not going to happen. And not only is it not going to happen, they need to feel their feels. They need to heal from what it is that they've been through and what it is that they hid from. You know, you've got perception here as well with Alone in the Wild. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look. Yeah. Whoever it is that you've been blocking out, and I feel like there may have been quite a few people that have been blocked out over the years, or have been blocked off, or have been ghosted, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of this energy, like reminiscing, energy of like people from high school turning up in your perception, in your perception. I think that's right, peripherals. Again, yesterday on the bus, and a different time. And I was sitting with my sister, and I said, you know what, we've been here for so long, let's go downstairs. Is that right? No, we were waiting outside, waiting for this bus for a bus replacement for the rail, because it wasn't working. And my sister was like, oh my gosh, that's so-and-so. I'm not going to say her name. That's so-and-so. And I was like, who? And we looked, and in one of the buses was someone that she was really close friends with when she was in high school. They went on a holiday together, and she was like waving, she's like, oh my gosh, and calling my sister's name as the bus went off. And I just thought, how interesting. There seems to be this energy of there will be past energies coming back. It doesn't mean that they'll be back to stay. I do feel like it is that energy of confirmation that you are moving further up and away from energies that haven't changed. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, because we all have different purposes in life. Some of our purposes are actualized. You know, we realize what it is that we're supposed to be doing and we work towards it. And some of them just aren't, and that's okay. But that's where the divide comes in. And whoever this person is from your past, who has been thinking about you, pushing this energy towards you, they've come to like this stark realization that it wouldn't matter if they had healed absolutely everything and they came to you as a full package. You are no longer that person anymore that would want that full package. You have already ascended and moved away to the point that they can't grab hold of your energy, even through clairaudience and them sending music, because they are fully aware that you're receiving it and that you're going, okay, next. And not even in a mean-spirited way, just, okay, that's past. I'm not that identity anymore. I don't hold those wounds anymore that would have vibrated to the songs or the messages that you're sending. Not interested. And I think this has been really hard for them. But you live and you learn, right? I want to know about someone's ancestors keep coming in and they're asking someone here to do an offering. There's a need to do some sort of offering here. I'll pop those down. Oh my gosh, this is actually going to be a short reading just because it's really hot in here and it's making me feel sleepy and woozy like a bumblebee. Tell me about surrender. Is that for surrender? The garden and the gate. Okay. This card to me has always been about the door's open, what are you waiting for? Literally that garden gate. This girl is ready. She's got her little basket of flowers, almost like Red Riding Hood, and she's about to go over the hill. She knows where her grandmother lives, and all she's got to do is open that gate and go. And the only things that hold us back are when it comes to procrastinating is fear, being overwhelmed. You know, that being upside down, that's jumping over the gate. That's jumping over the gate, not waiting for it to be open, just I'm off, I'm going. There may be some resistance coming from the collective, I don't know who from, when it comes to surrendering to messages that need to come through from your guides. And that makes a lot of sense because I feel like someone's guides are not upset with them, they're not angry, they're not disappointed, nothing like that. They're just like, hey, don't forget us. Don't forget to light us a candle. It could be like a tea candle. It doesn't matter what, you could be traveling and all you have is like a nub of a candle, and for the next couple of days light that and send some prayers or some affirmations. But someone here is not seeing this because this card upside down with the garden and the gate is like over jumping something or doing something without, you know, sometimes we kind of get we forget that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and anyone who's like, I've never forgotten to do that, you are not an ascendant master. Only those who have already ascended and had enlightenment can say that they have never after enlightenment done that. But while we're in these meat sacks, it happens. Sometimes we get too invested into the drama of our family, or we get too invested in the job that we're doing to the point that we forget that this is part of the experience, it's not all. That's what I'm getting at here. With this rest and rejuvenation, surrender and the garden and the gate in reverse, especially talking about our guides and our team of highest light and resonance feeling kind of left out, there seems to be this energy of kind of focusing on the physical. And it could be that you are a really good sculptor and you have been completely and utterly focused on sculpting this thing and spending all the hours that you can, but you're forgetting to light that candle or to leave out some, you know, sacred, it could be what's the ceremonious chocolate for your guides like you used to. It could be that, you know, back in the day you would light a candle for every single ancestor, and now you don't even have time to do one because you're so invested in that 3D thing that you're doing. Your guides here are asking you to look into this because as you are more or less removing the things that aren't for you, including past energies, even if they're still coming back up again, you're going, hey, like waving like we did, you know, to that person on the bus going, hey, how are you? You're still being asked. This blessing's ready. It's literally upon you. It's ready. But you are being asked to make sure that you are lighting the way for it. And if you haven't, I feel like it's very specific. So lighting a candle with intention. And if you don't have the money to buy anything really, you know, fancy, get some birthday candles. They cost next to nothing, and just stick them in a little bit of, I don't know, an eraser or something, and set your intention the same way as a kid sets their intention for a wish before blowing it out, and just let that burn down. Because I'm hearing, find solutions. You know what the problem is, now find the solution. Someone needs to hear this. Tell me more about the realization. Yeah, look, you've got the 5th chakra here. Archangel Gabriel's come out with obsession and the door to personal healing and happiness. So this person may have come to the realization, but they're finding it very difficult. Because can you imagine like being told, I'm just going to use this as an example. You're in prison, you have your cell, and your cellmate is like, well, we're going to dig out. We're gonna get out of prison, but we only have these metal spoons, so it's going to take a really long time. You have to have determination, and we're going to dig a little bit, and then we're going to pour it down the toilet, and we're going to keep a poster over it. So you have your goal. You know what you're going to do every day. You know the end goal, and that it's going to take ages, and you keep digging and digging and digging, and you've been doing it for flipping months, maybe even years, and it's taking a really long time, but you don't give up. And if the spoon breaks, you get another one. But you then hit something that's metal or something that can't be dug through, and you're like, oh well, what do we do now? Oh, I forgot to tell you, we could only get this way, halfway, and then you had to stop. That's the energy that I'm getting for this person, in that I feel like they were listening to someone, or it's almost giving me the energy of listening to, I was going to say Andrew Tate, but it's not Andrew Tate. It's listening to a podcast or something like, you know, never give up on your dreams, never give up on blah, blah, blah. And they've taken it really literally in that, okay, if I keep at this, like my little spoon, I keep whittling away, and I don't know if it's changing my physique or trying to change the way that I speak, or, taking up these classes. If I keep doing this, I'm going to whittle away, and I'll be able to get through that prison and out into freedom, not realizing that big metal part was your resolve. It's your boundary. It's you saying, I have already moved on. My energy isn't there. So you can dig around it, but you'll be digging out to someone else, not to me. You may be coming around in a full loop to yourself, which is wonderful, or to somebody else. Make yourself better and love yourself, so that when you're in another relationship, it's an equal one. There's love there. There isn't like this weird balance. It's difficult to switch that off. And I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that this person, should carry on and they should run after you until the end of days. Not at all. But this person has gone so far thinking that they can improve themselves, or do this or do that or do that, and they'll win you back, or they will win you in some way, that when they have realized, even in their last ditch efforts of, I'm going to send this music because this person's very musical too, someone in collective is very musical, I'll send this to them, they'll understand, and then they'll want me back. This person has kind of deluded themselves with what it is that they've been listening to, what they've been watching. There's a slight fantasy here. I'm not saying this person is completely delusional, but they've kind of created a fantasy in their head of, if I do all of these things, it will be like in the movies. And it hasn't. It literally hasn't. Because you have the 5th chakra here, Archangel Gabriel in reverse. This is being blocked off. Or they will never have that conversation with you because you will never pick up the phone. They could write a whole letter, but it would be like that Elvis Presley song, Return to Sender, without even being opened. And the energy that I'm getting from the collective is not because you're like, well, I want to stick it to that person or F them or blah, blah. Just, I'm not interested in investing my energy in old stuff. That person is from a past era. That cycle has finished for me. I've healed, or I am healing, and I'm moving away from that. So I don't want to go back into that. I don't even want to open it and reopen something that I then have to invest more time into myself. And I know that can sound a little bit like, well, you don't want to look into a wound of some sort. No, it's that this person wants to find any way to come back. I don't feel like they're trying to do anything negative. They're not balanced in the way that you would need them to be. And you're already up here. They're only just having a realization over here. You have obsession coming out. This person may also have always had the not so great relationship with money. I don't know if you also, when you were with this person, maybe fell prey to that, especially with we're all human. Sometimes we do fall into that the idea that we are human beings having a spiritual experience rather than spiritual beings having a human experience. And I do feel like this person may have brought that out in you or someone in the collective more when you were together because of their money wounds, and at the time your money wounds. But this obsession to allowance in reverse, to financial constraints, this person also, I feel like they do have a lot of they have debts, or they have issues with keeping money, excuse me. And this is another reason why not opening those letters, or not opening that DM, or leaving them on red, I don't even think that they have your number, is so important. And the last card that came out was the door to personal healing and happiness, and it's upside down. And where I'm putting this down is next to rest and rejuvenation, surrender, the garden and the gate, and then the door to healing and happiness. This last row, because there's 3 rows I've put down. The first row is the cornucopia card, second row is the financial constraints card, and the third one is rest and rejuvenation. This third one seems to be a lot of the message that's coming through from your guides. Why are these all backwards? That's so strange. Beep. they all seem to be coming through from your guides, in that there's something here about not jumping the gun, and I said that before, not to rush into something. This may also be encouragement from your guardians, from your guides. The more that you leave offerings for them, the more they'll be able to shed clarity for you on your present situation when it comes to this person. This person is fully aware that they're not going to be able to connect with you, but it doesn't stop them from obsessing or ruminating or really wishing that they could find another way. There seems to be this what's the word, finality. They know that you are not accepting them back, or they know that there has been so many years between the time that you knew them to where you are now, that there's no way that your two lives could fit together, but they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. Manifestation. So part of this blessing that is coming in for you, excuse me, which could be in work, in health, or both, or in wealth, if I put them two together, it has to do with removing and keeping someone out of your life, simply because as we are removing the things that aren't for us anymore, or just they don't vibrate, we don't match with that energy anymore, because we've healed a certain part of ourselves that no longer can draw in a denser energy. The more that you're doing this, and the more that you stay in that energy, the closer it's going to bring you to this blessing. But part of that, and I don't know why I keep coming back, is to give some blessings to your guides, to your guardians, to your angels, because they're with you always. They've been with you always. They are the ones that whisper a little, that little thing in your head when you're having an argument with someone and it's just like, let it go. That's one of your guides. When you're walking home and you have to go down a dark path and you're like, maybe I should take the longer way. It's going to take me an hour longer, but I'll be safer. That's them whispering in your ear. They are always with you, and they don't ask for much. I mean, you could have an offering with a bit of chocolate and a coffee. You can ask them what they want and see what they tell you. Just close your eyes and ask them and see what image comes up, and just provide it to them. There seems to be something stopping someone here. There's an imbalance at the moment. I don't know if they feel like the connection between you is slightly imbalanced. Someone, you got blossoming abundance in reverse. Someone here assimilates a lot of information when they're asleep, and I mean a lot. And if you wake up feeling tired, it's usually because, and this is my understanding and experience, if you wake up feeling tired, it's not only because you're assimilating a lot of information and having all of these upgrades and all of this information and energy coming down towards you, it's also being very active in the astral realm. Very, very active. Blossoming abundance has come up in reverse. Okay. Someone here is obsessed with what? This is money. Something to do with money. You've got Uranus coming out. Oh, excuse me. What's that? It's so far away from me. And it says, start up the situation by using, be open to new ideas about, and invent a way to. This is your guides. Your guides are going to try and stir things up. So if you have been feeling frustrated, or you've been tripping over things, or you keep dropping things, or things are breaking, I have a feeling that they were going through a retrograde, or we might be starting a retrograde. Please tell me, put the information down there for me. I love to learn. And let me know. But someone's guide here, either you have Fae on your team of highest light and resonance, or you have a trickster on your team. So you could have Loki or someone like that. They're removing and moving things around. You may be tripping over things that weren't there. It's because they're trying to catch your attention. Invent a way to. They're trying to communicate with you. Because it seems like when something was blocked from the past, it's like, because someone is so focused on their 3D realm of going to work, looking after the kids, going and working out, or creating art and stuff like that, that they're forgetting to give thanks. And you have got a very vocal guide. Look, the Three of Swords. I'm going to say Three of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. How interesting. Three of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. That's like a collaboration of sadness. But you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is a lack of intuition. And the Four of Cups. I don't know if someone knows this. I don't know if you are feeling a little bit of distance from your guides, or if this is the person that you have cut off is just feeling a distance from you. And I heard it's the guides. Okay, King of Pentacles is coming out here to Judgment. How interesting. So this is to do with a failed business. Okay, I don't know if you're struggling with your business or your work. Yeah, look, investment is coming in as well. Okay, so this is the person that wanted to invest in like some sort of business partnership with you, but it was more to help them out of some sort of financial constraint. They were obsessed with doing this, so I'm just getting my coffee ready. They were obsessed with doing this. And I do think that this is part of the reason why they didn't want to give up as well. It wasn't just about getting you back, and it could have been from a year ago, 10 years ago, take it as it resonates. This was also about that you're like the Midas touch. You have the Midas touch. You're like a lucky rabbit's foot or horseshoe or something like that. When they're around you, they make money, or people are nicer to them, or you know, there's more positivity around them. And it's because of you, and it's not them, you know, sucking your energy or being an incubus or succubus or anything like that. It's just you naturally exude this vibration. And even when it was back when you knew this person, even with your wounds and, you know, being human, we all accumulate trauma, you still had a higher vibration than they did. You still had a higher vibration than most people did. And it's my understanding that people who are gifted with the purpose of being a light worker, and that's just a label, you can put it how you want, they have the capacity to hold more light. And they have the capacity to hold more light because it's their job to spread that and to share that with other people, to inspire other people to light up, well, that will inspire other people to light up, and just like a ripple effect to help other people find what their purpose is, find what their, you know, their passions lead is, how to connect in with their inner child, and to share that out. And I feel like you may have the blueprints of being a light worker, and this is the reason why you attract, I don't know if you attract a lot of people, you attracted a lot of people when you were younger that weren't always of light, or weren't always the most healed. And it's because it's like having a moth that is just obsessed with getting to that flame, even though that flame will end up singeing them and they'll perish. They still want to get to that light because it's so beautiful. That's what I feel like is happening here. Yeah, you've got the Nine of Wands here to the Nine of Pentacles to the Empress. Oh, and you've got the Three of Pentacles. I knew the Three of Pentacles would come out. Nine of Wands here is about boundaries. It's health. It's how you heal. And putting this down next to Uranus with stir up the situation by, be open to new ideas about and invent a way to. Your guides are trying to help you heal something here. Because we can keep ascending and have high vibrations, but we are constantly healing something within ourselves that was either passed from a last life, if that's something that you believe in, reincarnation, and from this life, in childhood, in teen years, in our younger years, you know, when we make really stupid choices, or we're very open to be hurt because we're so trusting to a fault. You then have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is about independence. I don't know if somebody here has that energy of hyper independence that it is born from having to do things by yourself because you're always let down or dismissed or ignored or abandoned, and it's that, well, I might as well do it myself because I know that I can do it, and I've always had to do it. I had to grow up really quickly, or I had to do this, I had to do that. To get you into the Empress energy. So someone is swinging out of the Empress energy, and I don't know if you've been sitting in the Emperor energy, irrespective of gender. Know that if I pick up on pronouns, I'm picking up on energies. It's up to you whether or not you assign a gender. You don't have to. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. If it really, really is confirmation of what you already intuitively know, know that I have to state that it is entertainment anyway. Okay. But there seems to be, with this Empress being here and what it is that your guides are trying to help you with, I think it's pushing you more into the receiving rather than being in the doing. Okay, anything else? This is supposed to be a short reading, it's already 35 minutes in. Anything else that we need to know about this, please and thank you. Four of Wands here to the Knight, or the King of Swords. Okay. Someone may be moving house. Or there's something here about family court as well that's going to come out victorious on your side. This blessing could actually be to do with something owed that's going to be given back to you. But it may, at the time that it comes in, it may feel like it's on shaky ground. It's that same energy of this person that's been watching you get further and further and further away from them as you are healing and ascending and, you know, cutting off people or places and things that aren't for your highest and greatest good, or unhealed, or whatever it may be. That energy of that person realizing, I don't have a chance, oh my gosh, and that having to sit there for a minute, I've put all this hard work in. There's the energy coming in of this for someone here in the collective, and I'm surprised that a tower hasn't fallen out, because the Four of Wands in reverse is the lack of security, it's the lack of permanence, it's the lack of identity, safety, the lack of material wealth. And you have the King of Swords next to it. This could be the police, this could be a military person, a sheriff, or it could be, you know, someone coming along and going, right, I'm repossessing this. But then you have the Six of Swords as something that may be taken, or something that was taken is going to be given back. And if this happens like in the near future, I think this is the reason why your guides want you to have a look at this, what you need to, the energy that they're trying to get you to sit in, which is receiving. So rather than the protecting, doing, providing, fire, 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 they want you more in your water energy. They want you more seated like this beautiful Empress here, irrespective of gender. You know, her butt's in the water, her back's on the ground, and her head is in the sun. She's connecting to all elements, but she's allowing it to come to her. Those waves are washing up towards her rather than the other way around. She's leaning on the earth, but it's supporting her, because there is definitely something coming here that may be a bit of a surprise, especially with Uranus being there. This is to do with your business. There's so many different messages coming through. For some of you, there is a big payout that's going to help you with your business. For others, it is just a gift that's being given to you that you have manifested in. For others, this is a payback of money that has been stolen or taken or was rightfully yours in the first place. But you have the Six of Swords for judgment. But someone's being asked, you need to let go of this. That's the reason why it may have been delayed for someone, and someone's gone, well, I've been waiting for this for ages, because that's all you're focusing on. That's the 3D thing that you have been focusing on for years. When's this coming in? When's this coming in? When's this coming in? And because of that, the universe is going, well, you're not ready for it then, obviously. Because you have Justice here with the Four of Pentacles. That is what your guides want you to look at. I feel like they want to lead you the way, or they want to give you advice, but they kind of feel like you have to give them something, even if it's just a thank you and lighting a candle. There's a need to remember that they're there, that they are actually helping you through this. You're not just doing this 3D experience by yourself, and that there's more to this life than just the 3D experience. Ace of Wands, so you're being asked to take action. You're being asked to take action here. Oh. And you've got the Eight of Wands. They want you to do this now. Like, it says here Eight of Wands, and it fell down this way and then landed that way. And the message that I'm getting from this is, you don't have to, if you go, I've lit some candles for mine. If you light a candle, don't expect the next day to get a call then going, well, you know the court case, yep, and now it's up, yep, you're going to be getting all that stuff. Especially as the Eight of Wands then went the other way around. This is, take an action now, but expect it to take time to actually come into play. That's what it is. Be patient. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. Queen of Swords is coming out to the King of Wands in reverse. To the Eight of Swords. Or something's definitely going to come out. Some sort of, this Queen of Swords in reverse though is almost like a manipulator, a liar, somebody who's not very well adept when it comes to their intuition or how they read others. The King of Wands in reverse is not doing what they said they would. and then the 8 of Swords. So you're being told, whatever this blessing is for you specifically, it begins with offerings. Like, it's coming to you anyway, but you will be delaying it big time if you are not giving gratitude to those who are around you that are protecting you, are guiding you, are supporting you, are looking after you in the astral realm, you know. This 8 of Swords also is a trap. There's some sort of trap here. There's something, there's also something to do with your perception that as much as it's changed now, there's something you're going to wake up to, especially if you are going through a spiritual awakening, because we have realization, perception, and then the God and the Gate in reverse. And I've opened up this deck next to these ones with regards to that, and you have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is about how we take stock of how far we've come, especially like the rest and rejuvenation card we have there. This is watering or pouring into yourself and going, hey, I've gone through all of this stuff, I'm going to contemplate on this. You have victory coming out, and then you have the 2 of Cups. Or you have the Lovers. For some of you, this is a new person coming in. That won't be for everyone, because what I'm getting more than anything is your guides really want you to be looking at self-love and removing some sort of, there's something to do with your perception on something specific, and it's going to be really unique to you. They're saying that you're halfway there. Like, your perception has already changed, but there's something here that you're being asked to address. They want you to address. Anything else before I go? Yeah, okay. Let me have some water because I'm super thirsty. This is your call. If you have not drank water, please go and drink some water. If you have not eaten, do not skip that meal. If you haven't taken your medication, go and take your medication. Because self-care is self-love, right? Okay. Now let me see. What else do we need to know? 2 of Swords, a decision. You're being asked. There's this decision to let go. I don't know what it is that you need to let go, but that surrender is there as well. Someone here is being asked to let go of something. Because the 6 of Wands has come out 3 times now. This is when you have your victory. This is when you get victory. Now, I don't know if this is specifically for you or the person in the past who had held on for so tight, for so long. Because the energy that I'm getting is like I said, this person has gone for so long with a specific set goal of winning you back, or winning your heart, or winning this. It's winning. It's like a game, but it was with real. There were real people in it. There's real consequences to this. And the 3 of Swords is here. This person wanted you to heal them. They definitely want you to heal them of many things. They thought that you would, or that you'd be capable of doing so. And the energy of letting go can be for you, but I'm also getting it for this past person of, now that they've come to the realization that you are not interested, and not just in that, I'm not interested, whatever, of, no, that chapter of my life is closed. I'm moving this way. You move that way, okay? Wish you well, goodbye. Now that they've realized this, it's the energy of having to let go, of actually finding closure for themselves mentally. Because you can find closure without actually having to speak to someone. I mean, how do people find closure when someone has passed away? You can talk to them, you know, but they're not going to answer you in the way that you think they will, or the way that you'd like them to. So this person is now, I don't know if that's the advice to them, of let go. Let go. 5 of Wands in reverse, King of Wands. 7 of Swords. This is, I don't know if this person is choosing to not start something dramatic, which is a massive thing. That's a really big thing, especially if this person has been embroiled in that type of behavior of, you know, although you don't want to talk to me anymore, fine, I'm going to talk to this person, this person, this person, and it will get back to you, and then we'll have an argument. And this person going, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to get any energy back. I'm just going to be wasting my energy and wasting my time. That's a big thing. I do feel like you were a karmic lesson to this person, and maybe they were a karmic lesson to you if you know each other. If you don't, and this is somebody who has been admiring you from afar or from a very long time ago, you've definitely been a karmic lesson or an inspiration to them in some way. This 7 of Swords here is about deceit or doing something hidden. So yeah, this person's like quietly, just to themselves, stopping doing something here. They're not doing something here. What is it that they're not doing? Do you have the Page of Swords? They may have been spying on you. Maybe they were watching your social media if you have it. If you don't have social media, you do not need to tell me. The thing is, people will say, I don't have any social media. But then you will comment on a YouTube channel, which means you are active on social media. For all you know, you could have somebody who is watching to see you on YouTube. Just an example, right? But this person may have made the decision not to do this, that they no longer want to go on there. I don't know if this person at some point in their life projected how they felt onto random strangers. So they'd be the one that you'd say, don't feed the troll to online. That would just be waiting for someone to take the bait, so that they take the bait so that they could argue with them. It does give me this energy, or the people around them may have been like that, and they kind of just got indoctrinated into that. And this person seems to be walking away from this, or going, I'm not going to go on there. I'm not going to make a fake media profile or whatever. And if I have them, I'm going to close those down. The Nine of Wands is underneath. This is fighting. This is being aggressive. This is not having very good boundaries. And then the Fool. So this may have also, I feel like someone here, this weird energy of having a hate campaign of some sort towards someone in the collective, and then realizing, actually, I got it wrong, and going the opposite way. And now they're going, actually, I need to grow up. I need to grow up. I think they were watching to see if you were dating anyone. You got the Four of Wands in reverse again to the Page of Wands. I don't know, this person seems to be very ungrounded. The thing is as well, if you've never had a spiritual awakening before, and you resist it, from my experience and my understanding, it can be awful. Awful, 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 because everything that you knew before is then a lie, isn't it? Yeah, everything you knew before is a lie. You've got the Ten of Cups here. This person may have wanted to have children with you. Two of Pentacles here to the Nine of Swords, to the Knight of Swords. They're looking back at a choice that they made. A choice, they chose something here that caused a lot of pain or caused a lot of stress, because you have got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is in reverse. They dropped one of the balls to hold on to the other. But this is not just that, it's also you. You chose yourself. There's something here about choosing yourself and walking away and cutting this person off. And not just this person, all energies within that timeline. And it's left them really stressed. It's left this person very, very stressed. Anything else you need to know about this blessing, please and thank you? Oh my gosh, part of the blessing is moving away from this ex. Part of the blessing is really moving away without animosity, because it's your right to feel animosity. It's your right to feel anger. It's your right to feel resentment. It's what we do with those energies and how we channel them, because if you hold on to that energy, it will only poison yourself. That's my opinion, right? The blessing that's coming through, and I feel like it's affecting someone's health here, because trauma can do wild things. Wild things. The brain is both amazingly strong and fragile at the same time. And whatever type of trauma this person may have put you through, it has affected your body in some way. And I really am an advocate of somatic release and how our body can store emotions and actual emotional pain, mental pain in different parts of our body. And as we slowly go through certain exercises, that we release that and we feel it, or we cry, but getting it out is so important. And one of the blessings that's coming forward to someone here is actually releasing their ex, releasing the emotional and mental and spiritual trauma that was placed on them by having that karmic relationship with them. The Knight of Wands here to the Nine of Pentacles. This is also, I think, being able to see how broken this person was, and that's not condoning their behavior. It's just that hurt people, and being able to look at that from an objective point of view is almost the same as when you see, on YouTube, two people fighting in the street, or you might see two people fighting on the street. You're watching it objectively. You don't have any personal interest in it and who wins, who doesn't, or whether or not you want to watch it, you know. That's the energy that's coming through here as part of that blessing, is being able to look back at it without there being any pain attached, without there being anything. For some of you have already done this. And this is just like the physicality now of being able to release it from your body. I'm going to take this one as last. So much for my readings being really, really short. 15 minutes in, right? Have a bit more water. You've got worth and right action. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself, and that's part of the blessing. That's what someone is learning here. Now, right action says, aparigraha, am I saying that right? Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. And it was upside down. And you've got divine love underneath as well. This person's realizing that they were the villain in their own story. They're literally realizing that they were the villain in their own story. And that's really flipping sad. Because you have here non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. This person, I feel like you may have been a very big support for them in some way. Whether that is you've never met this person and they've just seen your online presence, whether you knew this person 20 years ago and you helped them through a breakup, whether this was your ex from a couple of years back or 5-10 years ago, this person realizes how much of a support system that you were and that you are to many people. And that they were the bad. That's really sucky to realize that you're actually the villain in this story. And the thing is, they're seeing it as being a villain. They're not a villain. They're not a villain. They're just very unhealed, and they're realizing this. This is almost like the ultimate way for them to see and take accountability for themselves. Detachment is here. With detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. So for those of you that don't feel that you're at that point of detachment, complete detachment, both mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, this is what your guides are trying to give you. They're trying to gift this to you. But they can only gift this to you if you get out of your own way. That's more or less what they're saying. Light a candle, meditate over it, see what answers come towards you. Take heed of your dreams. Like I said at the start, even if it's just taking heed of how you feel when you wake up, asking yourself before you're completely awake, how do I feel right now? Because you'll get an honest answer. Why do I feel like this? Is this my energy? If it's not my energy, whose energy is it? Send that back. The art detachment is part of what it is that they want to give you, because by doing so, the manifestation that you've been asking for, this blessing in healing emotionally, this blessing monetary wise, property wise, whatever that may be, is they're going to come through. And then you've got deepening in reverse. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. Now that being upside down is telling me someone here is very, very stuck in the 3D. You can have a spiritual awakening and still be stuck in the 3D. Because if you are right now worrying about your finances and that's all you're thinking about, or you are, like I said at the start, just focusing on that art piece that you're doing, that you can touch, that's tactile, whether you're just worrying about, doing your exams and nothing else, you're pulling yourself into just the 3 dimension. And you're being asked to kind of expand that, but you have to do it in a way that is suitable for you at the pace that's right for you. I'm leaving it on this one. A true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love you to help me like, subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, love you guys. Please know my readings are open. I am only offering 15-minute readings at the moment. If you haven't heard back from me and you have emailed me, just send me a prompt email, because there's lots of you, there's just one of me, and I have 2 different emails that I look through. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Boop.